Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to our weekly live-streamed Shadowrun 5th Edition adventures. We stream our sessions live on Twitch TV, beginning at 9:30 p.m. Central Time every Sunday evening. Afterwards, you can find it uploaded to my YouTube page, as well as a written write-up over on my blog, both of which you can find links to here on my profile on Twitch TV. I am Eric Watson, your Game Master, and this is my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/gorbash722. You can also follow me on Twitter at RogueWatson. Joining me, as always, are our regular cast of Shadowrunners. Chris playing Ursiv, the Troll Shaman. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Heather playing Mauta, the Human Street Samurai. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Raymond playing Saren, the Human Decker. Hello, Raymond.
Hello.
Like everybody's on a game show. And Reese playing Falker, the Elf Adept. Hello, Reese. Come on down.
Hello. Good to be here.
Good to be here. Excellent. Kiss, kiss on the cheek. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video sharing, we use Google Hangouts. And for broadcasting and streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software. And much of our music, including our intro and outro, is by Perturbator. Previously, on our last week's session of Road Rage, our runners had taken a slight detour on their route to the downtown Seattle docks. Fleeing from an onslaught of troll bikers, they made it to the abandoned tunnel system that runs along the coast, a straight shot to the docks. Of course, nothing is ever easy in the life of a Shadowrunner, and they found their passage blocked by debris and destruction. While clearing a path, they were set upon by a horde of ghouls. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the runners made short work of their paper-thin defenses, though Ursiv the Troll Shaman was rendered unconscious thanks to some cavalier spellcasting and a lucky ghoul strike. Our runners paused to heal up and continued their journey. The tunnels opened up right at the dock entrance, where they spied the fortified entrance and guards to the docks. It was here the team experienced some inner drama, as Mauta confessed to having a history with Ares, their buyer, and the owners of the shipyard, while Saren's brazen initiative compelled her to leap across some shipping containers inside the docks. We left last week just as an apparent plan was beginning to come together as the armored truck approaches the entrance. Exciting.
I don't like this plan. I have no idea this plan.
So you've had a week now to technically think over this crazy...
Oh, we have not done any of that. There's so many ways this could go so wrong.
Excellent. I'm very excited about tonight's session. This should be absolutely thrilling. Just the end of the last 20 or 30 minutes of last week's session was absolutely amazing to me.
Because
all
everything fell apart and no one knew what they were doing.
So much like intergroup drama was fantastic. Just fantastic. Alright, so literally the current situation, if we had everything was in slow-mo last week, I believe Saren is actually inside the docks, kind of hiding behind a shipping crate. Up here, Mauta, I guess, is kind of perched on top of the shipping container, which is kind of elevated. That's kind of the spot that Saren leapt over it, so she's kind of pretty high up. Ursiv is here, kind of trying to hide his giant troll frame behind some barrels. Excuse me, near the entrance, and Crank is pulling the truck up to the entrance. I believe Falkirk is in the back of the truck.
No, I'm in the bed.
No, he's in the...
Oh, you are in the front. Okay, okay.
He's in the cab.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Crank, Lapis, and Falkirk are all in the cab of the truck. Okay. So feel free to inject any of you anytime if you want to do something. But for now, the guard is approaching the truck.
All right, the guard is approaching the truck right now. This guard that I can see, right?
Yeah, this guy right here.
All right.
Crank has pulled up. Right. The gate is still closed. This guard is approaching the truck. I'm turning on my music.
Okay.
I say over the comm, whatever you're planning, it better work.
Ursiv casts Control Thoughts on the guard approaching the truck.
Wait, what?
So you guys don't know I can do this, and I'm not telling anybody I can do this because it's like devilry. It's like witchcraft or whatever, right? I mean, that's my sense. Is that this kind of stuff, people don't like you if they know you can do it.
Right. People already don't like mages pretty much for this reason.
Yeah. So, okay, the one thing I didn't actually look up, which I probably should have, is what my range is.
Might be slightly something.
I think it's just line of sight, right?
Maybe. I didn't write down any range things. I didn't write down any range stuff on my spell description.
I didn't see any in the rulebook on any kind of manipulation stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. No, actually, it says range LOS. So yeah, range line of sight.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you can see this distance right here. Just normal vision.
Okay. So let's see, -4 so each turn until the next. Okay. How much damage do I have on me right now? 8 stun damage on me right now.
Pretty weakened, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna cast it with.
That only equals
6.
2. That's a -2.
Yeah.
Technically.
Because I'm like right below it. I'm at 8
you're right
stun
below
damage,
the -3.
so.
Yeah. A force of 6?
Force of 6.
Wow.
This can't fail now, or everything's gonna go to hell real quick.
So, after Control Thoughts wears off, does the guard still retain? Like, it was his memory. Like, how is the description of this spell? Is his memory blanked, or does he retain the fact that he just lost his faculties for a while? Do I need to roll like a memory check?
Let's see.
Do you mind wipe him at the same time?
I think they think that they're thinking the thoughts.
So it's like a Jedi mind trick kind of a thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
These are not the droids they're looking for.
Right.
I'll look it up real quick and read the description here. Health, illusion,
You can roll for it too. Excuse me.
You control. That's control actions. The magician seizes control of the target's mind, directing everything the target thinks. The magician mentally gives commands with the standard action, and the target is compelled to obey as if it were his own idea.
Okay.
Control thoughts affects a single target, while mob mind affects any living target. Yeah, the rest of it has to do with mob mind. So yeah, he thinks he's thinking the thoughts.
Okay, that's fine. But the rule I'm going to put in place is this is... So, the way I'm going to do it is you can't just make him kill himself. Because it has to be... If it's something that he would think, then it has to be a reasonable thought that he would have. In other words, an action that he would be compelled to take, which would not be like suicidal or like something that would not be within his abilities and that kind of thing. If it's just like a judgment change or something, then absolutely you can do that. But if it's something like jump in front of that car, then his brain's going to be like, wait, I wouldn't think that.
Right.
No, I demand backflips and pirouettes.
Yeah, and he's obviously not going to gain skills he wouldn't normally have.
Right.
Alright, roll away for controlling thoughts, cat aggro.
I play kitty.
Which is just spellcasting.
So the way this works is now he has to roll logic plus willpower minus force,
Kitty.
which might be a 0. His force is 6. I don't know what his logic and willpower is.
Oh yeah, to resist for the initial. Well, I think the initial resistance is just logic and willpower, and then every whatever turn afterwards he can chance to resist it, and then you add the minus force, I believe.
Is that it? Okay, maybe. It's not. I'm gonna change that on my sheet if that's the case. Yes, you're right. Resist with logic plus willpower.
Do. Let's do that. Alright, so you rolled... So what is... Basically, you roll a 3.
Mm-hmm.
He gets one success.
That's all right.
So he is incepted.
So for each turn now, I don't know how out of combat a turn works, but
just do my own discretion.
It's just
for
up
that,
to
I
you.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Rolls
maybe for
logic
like
plus
every action
willpower.
or something. Yeah.
Right. He rolls logic plus willpower minus
force,
which will be a 0. Yeah.
Oh, it will be a
think.
0. You're right.
It'll be yeah.
Wow. Okay. So he has no
Essentially just
chance.
until I let-
He has no chance of resisting it normally now that he's like caught in the spell.
Right.
And I think it's as long as you're sustaining it. So as long as you're sitting there doing it.
Right. Right.
All right. So since you did that right now, I'll go ahead and let you send him the thought that you were wanting to send him. Now that you're swimming around inside his brain like some sort of brain slug.
So the thought he's thinking is, these guys are expected. I'll check their sins as long as they have their sins on them. They're good.
Okay. From what you can tell, those were his initial original thoughts. Was that this particular armored truck was on the schedule to go in with the contents of just a shipment of electronic goods, and that to check sins to go in and just make sure there was no dangerous implements or any kind of smuggling activities or anything going on. That's what you can see with his initial thoughts. I'll go ahead and count you as controlling thoughts, as being able to like kind of mind read him, at least at a basic level.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the guard, using his normal voice, although he's a little more slack now. You can't really see his eyes through the guard uniform, but his body is a lot less, just more of a calm state, really. He kind of stares as Crank pulls up, has the window down, and the guard says, "All right. So this truck is scheduled here for delivery, and you should have a cargo full of electronic goods in the back. I'll need to see everyone's IDs, and we'll need to check the contents of the truck, make sure there is no illegal goods, and we'll have you on your way." He says it all in a very kind of calm, monotone manner. Crank kind of looks at him very startled for a second, just as how like calm and rational he's being, and kind of glances briefly at the barrels, can't really see you too much, and then just kind of nods at the at the guard slowly. And he passes his sin over to the guard. The guard takes out a just kind of a square blocky device. It's got kind of a scanner on it, and you can just kind of place the card on it.
He doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it.
He doesnesn't need to do it.
He waves it away. He waves. Okay, so Crank, Lapis, Falkirk, all get ready to pass their sins. Go ahead. I'll let you speak to him. That's fine. You're controlling his thoughts.
He looks at the sins themselves, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys are expected. You're good to go. Let me just go look in the back."
Okay. So Crank is even more startled and goes, "Oh, okay." He takes everybody's sins back to them.
And as he's approaching the back, Urtsev is going to start walking towards the back of the truck.
Okay.
As far away from the gate as possible, just like the roundabout way.
Okay, trying to be inconspicuous.
Trying to avoid the other guard, essentially.
Okay.
So, when the guard opens the back of the truck, presumably he does at this point.
Yeah, he's opening the back of it. He's still like super calm and monotonous in his motions. He kind of lazily goes up the ramp, has his little probably like a little headset flashlight he flips on, kind of just looks around with a cursory glance, not even really checking anything. Kind of nods.
Ursa walks up to him and says, "Hello, sir. I'm the unloading crew. Everything look all right in here?" And that statement makes perfect sense to him.
Shamanistic tribal troll comes up with him. The Knight Errant says, the Port Authority guard says, yes, sir, everything looks tip-top shape. We ought to have you all on your way very soon. And as
Excellent. Thank you
he
very
just
much,
like
sir. Have a good
stares with
night.
like dead eyes, like straight ahead as he's saying that.
And Ursiv closes the door behind him.
Okay. And this guy nods. He kind of pats the truck on the back. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess I'm gonna have to pull a Saren and jump over the fence.
Looks like it. This is as far as my plan got.
I got myself in the truck. That's all I care about.
I got myself on the other side. That's all I care about.
Just gotta roll gymnastics.
That is a
right?
gymnastics test, yes. You need to roll a 2 or higher to make bad things not happen. To successfully land on the other side.
That is barbed wire. Ooh.
That's about the same roll Saren made too. All right, you just make it across, succeeding and not glitching, so you are able to make it, and you kind of land on the other side and just teeter a bit on the edge and manage to lean back so you don't go crumpling down. But you managed to sail over the crate, so currently you are standing on top of a crate on the other side. Yeah, meanwhile, this guard goes over here, nods to this one. He says, "All right, let him through." Or he gets on his, I guess, comm link thing in the helmet. Let him through. You see this thing open, which I don't have. This thing is not animated, so just pretend it opens.
Unacceptable.
I know. Truck goes. Do do do.
This is Bush League right here.
You see this guard say, "What nice fellows." So, as soon as you get in the truck, you actually lose line of sight with him, though, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Alright, so that
it's
will...
over as soon as I close the door.
Okay. Oops. So, yeah, so this guy's like, so I guess they had all their
I'm just
paperwork in
counting on him
order,
not
and the
to doubt
guy's like,
himself too much.
I guess so. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so I need to reveal some more area. Mauta and Saren, what do you guys want to do? This truck is going very slowly. This is a very, obviously there's just crates and barrels everywhere, so this guy's like kind of crawling ahead at like maybe 5 miles an hour, if that. It's one of those where he's basically just like foot on the brake, kind of like going forward.
I guess I'll just stay on top of the crates and just jump from crate to crate.
Start revealing some areas. Okay, so you can probably see maybe...
I'd like to sneak over here.
Okay.
Oh shit, there's somebody there.
Roll your sneaking skill.
2 successes.
Yeah. I'm just kind of revealing areas in chunks now, so... This guy looks like he's taking a cigarette break very close to this giant propane tank. He's kind
That's
of
safe.
sitting near a forklift. Yeah, he just looks like a generic dock worker. He's got the Ares Docks logo on his uniform, wearing the typical uniform of a dock worker. Sorry?
Can I hack into this camera?
You sure can, yeah. You notice this camera is mainly looking at these stairs. These stairs, by the way, is the best I could do it, is just what leads up to the crane. And the stairs are mainly watching the crane and the stairs. So kind of just this general area. And you notice this guy is purposely staying out of the camera's view.
Alright, I'm gonna hack. I'm gonna do brute force on that camera. To
Brute
place a
force.
mark.
Brute force will light up any detections that you are hacking it.
If I fail, right?
No, brute force will light it up regardless. It's kind of what you want to do, like in the middle of combat. Hack on the fly.
Alright.
If you succeed, then nothing lights up. If you fail hack on the fly, then it lights up as somebody's trying to hack me. Brute force is like literally you're going in and it's like, oh shit, somebody's hacking me, whether you succeed or fail.
Alright, I'll do a hack on the fly then, which is my hacking. And
What I
I'm limited
understand,
by...
brute force
Huh?
is... Sorry, from what I understand, brute force is mainly like if you're in the middle of combat or you just don't care about the enemy finding out, then you just want to do that one.
Okay. I'm gonna have a -2 modifier because I'm limited by my equipment. So this is the hack on the fly to put a mark on that camera.
Okay.
You see it? I got a 1. Oh.
One success, so as an opposed check, you're not going to be able to quite get in it. The camera's programming seems a little trickier than what you can get around with for the time being. So yeah, meanwhile the truck, I guess Mauta's currently... Yeah, you're still on top of that. You're kind of leaping across shipping containers at this point. These are close together, not really going to make you roll for any of these if you just want to stay up there. You notice the guards are mainly just... this one is probably looking back at the truck, glancing a little bit. This one's still looking forward. None of them are really looking in this direction. And then the truck...
I use my comm link and ask, hey guys, what's our policy on killing guards?
We don't kill innocents.
You have to ask, the answer is no.
But there's this guy right here. How do we dispose of him?
I did mention that was a dock worker, right? Not a guard.
Oh, you did?
So to jump to the next one, I have to roll gymnastics, right?
This one? No.
Yeah.
This one you probably would. That's a little farther. Assuming you still want to stay on the crates.
That seems like a good idea.
Crank says, okay guys, from what I've been told, it's just in here in this back corner. Do I want to stop here and you guys need to set anything up, or do I just go ahead? He seems apprehensive.
He's always apprehensive.
It's his natural state of being.
Saren, Mauda, are you guys in good positions?
For what?
For whatever you're doing. I don't know what you're doing over there.
For going fishing.
I've got the high ground, so I'm good to go.
Well, there's this dock worker right here who's can't get any further. Which way is he looking anyway? Is he looking toward the stairs?
He's looking like probably this way. He's just kind of staring off.
I mean, we're still supposed to be delivering stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully there won't be any violence, but I mean,
Yeah, just sit up here and let's start delivering our stuff.
I mean, Saren,
Yeah.
if you can like do your hacking things from over there, then that's a good position. Just stay there until we need to leave.
I know what that means. Don't do anything rash.
Stay in the corner and don't murder anyone.
Mauda, I assume if Mauda's in a place where she can see the transaction going down, she's in a good spot.
Yeah, I'm good. I've got line of sight, so I can see if shit hits the fan.
Man, I don't have any way to like take this guy out without killing him.
Well, don't kill him.
his character's perturbed with this. How do I not kill this guy?
I will say though, Saren, out of game, if Saren were to murder that guy, none of us would probably even know about it. Like, would we even, like, if he didn't tell us?
If you do it like Hitman style or Assassin's Creed style, or yeah.
I know, I was gonna sneak up behind him, and hopefully you would let me like hit him in the head and kill him instantly.
Do we need to do that though?
No, so I'm not.
Okay.
I have no like knockout
That's
skill.
up to Saren.
I mean, I could sneak up behind him and do a chokehold, which I'm guessing is a strength test, maybe. I don't know.
If you've been staring at this guy for a while, you can tell he probably does not look combat trained. He looks like just a blue collar worker bee schlub kind of guy that's just fucking working the docks here. He's got the uniform on, but none of this particular outfit, you know, none of it looks like he's certainly isn't working like the corporate office or
anything.
anything.
In the stairwell and distract him.
Not security.
Yeah, just throw a pebble.
What do you want me to roll if I want to sneak over here?
Sneaking?
Yeah. Anything else?
Extra sneaking.
It's just sneaking.
Alright, I'm gonna sneak past that guy to get somewhere over here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Damn, getting close.
Can I jump out of the truck? Tasers blazing.
Tasers blaze?
If you mix them with pepper spray, they do.
Yeah,
Actually,
you are
I don't
able,
have tasers. I could have like knives blazing, and the arrow
Knives
fast.
glinting.
Stab everyone.
Yeah.
I got a
alright.
1.
Your one is good enough to get past.
lowly
This guy is not paying attention. He's not security trained. Yeah, unless you're gonna
Like
glitch
headphones on.
horribly in facepalm. Yeah, he is just enjoying his cigarette break. Over there chilling. I can reveal some more areas, as you can probably see. A lovely giant map I've created.
Yeah, it's a good map.
Yeah, I haven't had a big one yet.
Did you make this or did you download it?
I have made all the maps you've seen so far. Well, actually, I'm trying to think if that's true. Some of them I might have started a few with presets. This whole adventure, they've all been completely original, though.
Okay.
My compliments to the chef.
Thank you. All right, so the truck is now pulling, and the crank manages. Okay, he's like, all right, go ahead. Which I will. Let's see. Let's start revealing. Truck's gonna come in.
Oh shit.
All right, let's just reveal most of that because you guys have. Given how divided you guys are, I'm actually gonna just reveal pretty much that much of the map because that's you guys between all of y'all, you can pretty much see everything going on.
So to get to this one, I have to roll gymnastics, right?
Yes. That is a bit of a running leap you'd have to take. So Crank, normally he would turn the truck and so pretend he's going, you know, to the right with a truck facing that way. I'm not going to turn it till I move your guys off, though. When he does, you see this man. Out to that's good enough. You see this man who you recognize from his picture that Red sent you early on. That is Ricardo. He makes a kind of annoyed twirling motion with his finger, and Crank kind of nods like nervously, and he says, "All right, guys, I'm gonna flip the truck around. You guys, like, Ursiv, do you want to get out now, or do you want to be there to meet them when they open the truck? How do you want to go down?"
I'll go ahead and open the doors so they can see me, so I'm not a surprise.
Just real quick. So right now it looks like this. Because if I turn it while y'all are inside, it turns your icons too. So right now it looks like this, and Crank says, "Oh, he's making the motion. I got to turn around." She said, "Oh, you're gonna wait till they turn around?"
I'm gonna go ahead and open the back doors so that it's not a surprise whenever the truck turns around.
You're still gonna be surprised I can't.
It's gonna be a bit of a
Well, I mean,
surprise.
yeah, but I mean, I don't want them to like open the doors and me to just be standing there.
Okay, so let me.
Wait, why do you want to be there anyway?
Well, I guess I could get out. I mean, are we all getting out?
Hey, I'm just moving y'all so I can. If I flip it while y'all are in there, it flips y'all's icons around. So
Oh, okay.
he
yeah.
is. So he's
Yeah,
officially
isn't
moved the
getting out
truck.
of yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna probably just lay down and go prone and just watch at this point. Get a good angle. Since I can't get on the crane.
Okay, so you're on a shipping crate that's pretty far over there. Now there is a shipping crate here. You can see over it since you're on top of another one. But right now, none of these are double. This one right here is double stacked. So Saren, you probably don't have any line of sight.
Then yeah, I'm going over there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what I've been doing here. So these, you can see these three are going this way, and then this one is kind of laid out on top of them, going the other way.
So to get over here, do I need to roll gymnastics again?
You could hop. I've been letting you just hop it if it's just one square away. That seems like.
What about to get up on top of it?
No, you can just climb up that. You climb up the other one.
All right.
Alright, so now you are 2 containers high, essentially.
But I would have line of sight to everybody at this point, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
But they have line of sight to you too.
Well, I'm laying flat.
yeah. I presume you're hunkered down, and in fact, you could probably. The only thing you couldn't see is probably anybody like Ursiv. You probably couldn't see because he's like inside the back of the truck.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm a little ahead of where I wrote down. So let's just back up where I was. Okay, now that we're officially in scene 5. So just pretend this is a few seconds ago when we were pulling out. The truck slowly turns a corner amongst the maze of shipping containers and barrels, finally coming to a full stop in the middle of some gray containers with the Ares logo plastered on them. You quickly recognize Ricardo Martin from his profile picture in the Matrix, a young, good-looking man with a clean-shaven face and wavy blonde hair. He's wearing a fashionable business suit with a light overcoat to combat the chill of the air blowing in from the sea. He's flanked just behind him by a pair of knight-errant officers, completely masked in their full-body uniforms. They're dressed similarly to the guards at the entrance, though with official Ares logos and significantly larger guns. They stick fairly close to Martin, but he pointedly ignores them, instead ordering around the various dock workers milling about, all in matching uniforms, displaying the Ares logo. Alright, so at this point you guys have flipped around. Ursuv's probably the first person that gets to see him. Crank leaps out of the truck. Lapis does the same and comes around to the back of the truck. Falkirk, whatever you want to do.
I'll get out also.
Okay. Do you want to be the one to... Crank kind of steps up and then looks nervously at Ursuv and then kind of in Lapis's and Falkirk's direction.
I'll say... so, we have some goods to give you.
Ricardo nods impatiently and waves you over.
Hello, good sir. I believe we have a deal going down right now. We need to procure some goods that we have in our truck.
Ricardo spreads his arms wide with a huge friendly grin. Chummers, glad you could make it. Only slightly behind schedule. I trust you didn't run into too much trouble.
Oh, nothing we couldn't handle.
Immediately, one of the knight-errant guards looks like he's going to raise his weapon and says, I need everyone to put their weapons back in the car immediately. And Ricardo looks annoyed and turns around and actually puts his hand on the guy's gun and lowers it. Says, now, there's no need for that. I'm sure these glorified drug runners are perfectly trustworthy.
Thank you, good sir. Of course we are. Of course we are.
He says, sorry about that. We've had some complications in the past. I find when people feel more comfortable, they have less of a chance of doing something stupid.
Oh, we're very smart, I can assure you.
Ricardo rubs his hands together excitedly. Now, let's get down to business. And he sees...
Excellent.
Yeah, he's peering into the... At this point, the doors are obviously open. He sees the troll shaman in there, and he almost completely sees through Ursuv and just looks beyond into the goods and has kind of a hungry look in his eyes. At this point, he motions for the nearest dock workers to step up, which there's going to be a lot of icons here, so I'm just going to try to work around to start going in there. They look very nervously at Ursuv. Just kind of slide
Ursuv
past
doesn't
him.
let them into the back of the truck.
Okay.
He'll hand the boxes to them.
These are you would probably be able to handle them. These are probably going to be... Most of these crates might be too big for any one guy to... normal, non-Falkirk strength human to handle. So he actually motions for the forklift guy over here to get... there's probably some little boxes, but there are a few. You notice the ones in the front of the crate, the ones that have been loaded earlier, are definitely big stuff on pallets. So the guy in the forklift probably needs to get up there.
Pardon my good friend here. He's very particular about certain things.
He has a box that is its own.
Yes, I assume you've got that one on a tight leash, yes?
He does his own thing. He's extremely gentle, though. Don't worry.
Ricardo looks a little nervously at him and then just kind of nods. Alright, so while that's going on, so the forklift is going to be... I'm not going to animate it the whole time, but it's going to be going in and out, kind of carrying shipments. They're mainly going to be moving them into these gray containers. So let's say that there's maybe one there, and this guy's maybe there, and he's been going in and out. We'll put him here. Alright, meanwhile, so Mauta and Saren, I assume you guys are just going to be chilling at your spots, watching this stuff go down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is through the scope of a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Ricardo pulls out a personal data pad and begins casually pushing buttons. I believe the agreed-upon payment was 20,000 new yen, yes? That red fellow would make a fine negotiator.
20,000 yen, huh?
Was
I thought
that
it was
it?
more than that.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was more than
Now,
that.
Mauda, use your photographic memory and remember for us.
That's what
how
I'm
much it
trying
was.
to do. I'm trying to like signal back here to tell him. Type it to me.
Hang on, I gotta roll his. Anybody with a con skill can roll their con
Yeah.
skill.
No, I have photographic memory. You have to tell me.
You would absolutely remember that that is not the you roll 10
Yeah.
dice with 1 success. Man,
So how much?
you are the best at combat rolls and the worst at everything else.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just like hand signal it here.
I'll text you.
That's what I've been trying to get you to do.
I will let you have that.
Because I have photographic memory.
What's the good of photographic memory? If you can't
Yeah,
remember things?
and you would remember the amount, certainly.
Can I hack into the turrets?
You can.
Meanwhile,
He's getting bored. That's dangerous. That's bad for all of you.
Alright, I'm gonna, since this isn't combat, I can just do one after another, right? So can I just roll twice?
Technically. Keep in mind, if you fail any of these, they're gonna know.
Yeah, I know. Right. This is for the left one.
So I'll just
Jeez.
I will talk on my comm link.
This is
The
for-
other guys can't hear us if we're talking on our own comm link, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume you guys have a secure channel that, unless somebody is specifically hacking into, they're not gonna be able to tell. Although, obviously, if Falkirk
Oh,
or
shit.
Ursiv or any of these top guys try to talk, they will probably have to, like, walk aside or do it, you know?
yeah.
and stay
So
like
I'm
right
just
there.
gonna whisper into the comm link to Falkirk that the original amount was supposed to be 25,000.
I thought it was supposed to be more than that.
I'd like to use an edge and re-roll.
Hang on, that's the top one, and that's the right one. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Oh,
Yeah,
you
that was the
glitched
right
the
one.
shit out of that. That's a critical glitch, sir.
I know, I like to use my edge.
To not make that happen.
Yeah.
So you are able to hack into the left one, or at least put a mark on it, I guess.
Uh-huh. Are you allowed to tell me what will happen if you let me glitch? Since I did put a mark on it. They'll probably, what are you gonna say? Would you recommend using an edge point?
Actually, the right one you did not put a mark on it because I rolled a 2. You rolled a 1.
Oh.
So that's
Whoa.
technically a critical glitch, which would
Just-
probably end up you taking damage from like biofeedback, from like you not only unsuccessfully hacking it, but actually getting some like feedback damage from it.
So I want to use an edge point.
Yeah, because we really don't want them to know that you and I are kind of
Right.
hanging out in the
There?
back. So the less we do, the better. We're just on like backup duty.
So, can I do the +5, or do I re-roll the fails?
Just
Either
do
one,
+5.
I would
That's like an
almost-
automatic win.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use an edge to
Alright.
basically succeed on hacking it. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I got a mark on each one without alerting them.
Okay. And from what you can
Yeah,
tell,
I
just
think
from
it
having
was
one
good.
mark, you can see that it basically their position and they're kind of on a like a 90-degree swivel, so they can each hit like basically. Let's see if I can mark it. They can hit like here, here, and like maybe here at the most.
So what do you... Oh, okay.
They're very much aimed at the entrance of like the outside of the docks.
Oh, okay, so they can't turn around and hit us.
Correct.
Oh, dang it. I thought it could. Oh, well.
That part of getting that mark, I'll give you that information. So, knowledge is power.
Alright, Falkirk.
Oh yeah, that's where we were.
Yeah. 20,000, huh? Wasn't it more like 25,000?
Ricardo fumbles a little bit and just he stares at you for a couple seconds, then kind of smiles and says, 25,000. That's right. That's what I said. 25,000.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was. Interesting. So yeah, all that stuff that nothing we couldn't handle. Did you know there's a troll biker gang that beset us? Also a ton of ghouls?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It looks like...
Yeah, it seems like someone of your stature would know those things could happen.
Says, well, it looks like Red put the right crew together for this one. Seeing as how you got the truck here all in one piece, and he kind of glances at it for the first time and really looks at it, and he sees scorch marks and obviously a pretty good-sized hole. Maybe it's not a full hole, but kind of a hole in the cab area to where the passenger side door is crunched, and a lot of physical damage on that truck. And he says, yes, I see you guys ran into some problems there. Nothing you couldn't handle, though, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah, it's for our troll friend right there. Not feeling too well right now. In fact, a little angry about all that stuff. 25,000, huh? Are you sure that's all you can offer for this very dangerous run?
Go ahead and roll negotiation.
That was the slow burn negotiation. Tell a story at the end of it.
Yeah, I like that.
It was so close to being great. Look at all those fours.
So close.
There's a guy. Negotiation. I'll give him a -2 from that good little story you told.
Oh.
Fuck you, Ricardo.
Ricardo says, I'm sorry to hear that, but, you know, I was buying this sight unseen, and 25 grand is a pretty good amount of money for something I might not even find anything useful in here. You notice he's still
situation.
Go ahead.
Would an edge roll do anything in this situation?
Yeah, you can use edge to... whatever we were just talking about, you can either add your edge score to it or re-roll all your non-successes to try and get successes.
Yeah, I'll re-roll my non-successes, which is most of them.
Cat, you're shedding everywhere.
Yeah, 7 of, or is it 8 of the 10? 8 of the 10.
Poo.
Yep. Almost glitches, but he gets those 5s.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Ricardo says, "Oh well, you know that. I can see this was a hard-fought journey. Let's see, what rule did I give it for? Oh wow. Okay, he will offer another 2,000 new yen for every positive hit on a negotiation test, since you used a fucking edge point. That's a lot. So you got 6 technically against just 3, so that's 3. So he says, I will offer you another 6,000 per runner.
Whoa.
Cursive. Does that sound fair?
That
And he
sounds
says, that's,
honorable.
he says, that's all I can do. That's, you guys are, I'm cutting my own throat. And he looks a little
friend very happy.
He looks a little more exasperated now, like he's not used to being swindled at all. He's like, you guys drive a hard bargain.
Ursif, please, let these fine gentlemen on the truck to unload.
Very well. I'll step aside. Well, I guess the tricklift guy's already been doing his thing, but everyone else.
It's a great day for capitalism.
I mean, when's I going to write down this money information?
We're all friends here.
So it's the normal 25,000, which you guys get 40% of, from what Red said, because he's dividing it between you guys plus Lapis, but not Crank, because Crank is just part of his crew. So the 25,000 would be. What did I say that was?
What, 40% of 25,000?
Yeah. Is that 2,000?
That's 10,000 total.
Right. So and 10,000 divided by 5 for the 5
yes.
for you 4 plus Lapis, so it's 2,000 each. So you guys would be getting 2,000 each, and now you got an additional 6,000 because of that edge negotiation.
Client. All right.
That was a good edge.
It's a hell of a
that was
tip.
a good use of edge right there. Cardos says, "Ah." Yeah. So as he's loading stuff, that's where it was.
Is that 6,000 extra total? I'm sorry. How much does each person get?
So
I'm
the
bad at
20.
math.
Okay, yeah. So the 25,000 is what you guys would get, and that was what Red gets, and then he is going to give you 40% of that, which would be 10,000, in which you would divide amongst the 4 of you plus Lapis. So that's 10,000 divided by 5 is 2,000 each. So technically, you guys would be, assuming that was the base pay, and Lapis was still around, that would be 2,000.
Oh, she was still around.
For each of you guys, assuming she survived the adventure. That's 2,000 for you guys.
Oh dear.
And then you guys just did a negotiation test to bump it up to an additional 6,000. So that would be 8,000 total if nothing changes right now. That's pretty good.
Sweet.
So make sure he gives us the money before anyone does anything.
Because what is that? 25. Let's see. 25,000 plus 6 times 5.
Wait, what? That's
An extra 30,000 he's supposed to give us.
Oh yeah.
So we more than doubled the cost of the shipment.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
yeah. I mean, you technically got 6 hits on that negotiation test, and then
Wow.
yeah,
The edge point is worth 30,000.
it was probably the best use of edge ever.
All right.
So
That'll do, Pete. That'll do.
So 55, by the way, is what he's supposed to give us before we leave.
Yeah, make sure you get that now.
He nods and says, yeah, I'll get it to you in a second. He's on his data pad, like, looking at shit. They're still unloading the stuff. What are all you guys doing as this is going down, basically?
I'm chortling.
Breathing heavily about all the
Good
money.
show.
I'm sending Falcon
Sweaty
an email that
palms.
says, "Good job on negotiating."
I chortle back.
Shortle pack.
I'm still staring down.
So,
the
Ursa,
scope
are
of
you
my
still trying to
sniper
be
rifle.
in the truck while this, like, forklift's trying to go in and out, or where are you going to be?
I'm helping with the boxes, helping move boxes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Very
If
helpful.
I don't know if he's gonna pay you for helping out.
Well, probably not, but I figure it's part of the.
It's part of his honor.
Ursa wants to be helpful,
With how much stun damage are you trying to be helpful?
right? He's woozy, but he'll be all right.
Alright, so at this point, almost all the crates are in there. The forklift goes in there for the last crate, comes out. I'm gonna move. Put Lapis near Falkirk. Crank is just hanging out down there. Yes, Ursa, if you probably still have like maybe a box in your hand. Are you in the truck right now, or kind of coming out of the truck?
I'm in the truck still.
Alright. Let's say this guy's inside. Oops. And this one's right there, like carrying a load, and the forklift is. I can grab the forklift.
Guys, this seems like a lot of narration for.
Trying to describe like multiple things going on. Come on.
Narrator in my head says that something's about to happen.
He's setting something up.
Yeah, he
You
really
know me
is.
so well. Am I that predictable?
Yes.
As the forklift emerges from the truck with the last crate,
Something's about to go boom, isn't it?
Another bomb goes off. The skies suddenly and quickly grow dark. The wind picks up speed, and a torrential bout of rain suddenly drenches everyone in the vicinity. And I have...
My equipment.
Rainstorm!
Falkirk stops his old-fashioned money-counting gesture.
There are no bills. You hear shouting from Ricardo, but it sounds like it's miles away due to the violent storm that has suddenly appeared. His voice is cut off. Almost immediately, well, I'll give you guys a chance to have one reaction to this very sudden, violent storm that has appeared all around you. Just a rain thunderstorm.
Can I do some kind of like magic check to see if anything about the storm seems weird to me, magical in nature?
You can, yeah.
What would I roll for that? I got spellcasting, counterspelling.
I think you actually just roll perception, and I think it's just because you're awakened, you can perceive. Yeah, you're just trying to perceive like anything magical in nature.
If one was to make a astral perception check, what would one roll?
I do not know that information.
One does not know this information.
I do not know either.
I think just. That's a question.
Is astral perception a skill? I did not look at that.
That's what I have.
Really?
Well, no, it's under my adept powers. I have simple sensing plus intuition. Astral test. I don't know.
Oh, a sensing is a skill.
A sensing?
Yeah, I think a sensing might be magic perception.
That's the magical perception? Let's see. Sensing.
That's it.
I will look that one up for a second.
What does the sensing do?
Sensing as a magic uses ability to read and interpret fluctuations in the astral world. This skill allows practitioners to learn information by reading astral auras. Only characters capable of astral perception may take this skill. For more information, see astral perception.
So that's the skill.
So this is you going into the astral plane and apparently like seeing auras around people and things.
What's your skill in that, Reese?
I have a rating of 1 under my adept powers.
Oh, adept power. Okay, I don't know what that does.
Exactly.
I've got a sensing, the skill of 7, so I'll try that.
Okay. I will let you go ahead and roll that right now as your reaction. Malta and Saren, do you guys want to take any kind of reaction to this, or?
That was terrible.
I put on my robe and wizard hat. You actually critically glitched that. You are so baffled by this violent storm, you're not able to actually read any auras around. It's just, there's so much interference right now.
I'm not even able to do it.
Yeah, and literally, like, this is such a heavy storm, your guys' visibility, obviously you guys down here are very close to each other, so it's probably not bad, but like Malta, unless you have...
I have goggles.
You do have? Okay, what kind of things do they have?
I don't know. I have goggles.
So many goggles.
Goggles of seeing.
Hey, they come in handy.
I have
Vision, magnification, low light vision, and flare compensation.
Okay.
So I can still see.
You can see better, but it's pretty tough to see for everybody. Also, when this happens, suddenly everyone in this area immediately goes slack. And I'm going to need... Actually, Ursa, this will be interesting. You are in the truck, so you are the one that notices this happening. You see everybody out here, suddenly they were all reacting to being hit by the storm, and suddenly everybody just stands straight still and has a very calm, monotonous body tone to them. Falkirk.
Oh, shit.
You feel your body suddenly go limp, as if every extremity has suddenly fallen asleep. You feel an unpleasant tingling sensation in your head, as if another voice is in there. A single command is imprinted upon your mind, and you feel compelled to obey it more than any other urge in your entire life. Kill the others.
What others?
The others would be anybody that you would normally not see as your closest allies, so you immediately lock eyes with Ricardo and these guys. And they apparently seem to do with you. Everybody starts drawing weapons, and I'm gonna need some initiative rolls.
Oh, Lord.
So it begins.
Wow. What?
Now, Falkirk, I also need you to roll your, what did we say it was, Chris? Logic and willpower?
Yes. Minus whatever the force of the spell is.
Not for the initial roll, though, I think, right?
Oh, for the right. Not for the initial resistance. No.
Yeah. So I need, Falkirk, I need you to roll your logic and willpower, plus any wound mods you have. Or minus any wound mods.
I don't like what it just happened. I feel like I should be able to do something, but I don't know what.
1 success? Okay.
Yep. 4 dice, not too bad.
I'll need to keep track of this.
Give me 10 dice. I'll show you the same result. Did we just kick this up a notch?
Things have been kicked up a notch, certainly.
I'll teach you to run to my ghouls.
The Ghoul King arrives.
The Ghoul King. For revenge. Whew. Oh, crank.
That's almost really awesome.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, one more and it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That guy.
Come on, don't make me go last.
You're gonna spend all your money on initiative boosts.
I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't notice till you play the game, and you're like, that is a big deal.
I guessed correctly.
And then... say, descending... And the dock workers are just all going to get basically initiative of 1, because they're just...
Woo!
Yeah, they're super slow to respond to anything, but you notice that... these two have gone, seem to have that same kind of slack, weird expression on their face. So, with this exciting turn of events, we're going to take a quick break.
Shit!
Briefly turn off the rain music.
Ursa is panicked by the situation because it feels like this should be up his alley with magic stuff happening, but I don't know what to do.
Crazy. Alright, we're going to take a quick couple-minute break, and we will be back to see, oh noes, what's going to happen now? Everything was going so smoothly. Alright.
We thought we were going to get in and out with
It's
pressure.
never that easy.